everyone, welcome back. So today we're gonna do our first favorite. This is a new channel, so I will be doing my favorites monthly. So I am excited because I got some good ones. Now these are not favorites of new products. These are just the products that I've been reaching for pretty much every time I sit down to do my makeup, and I do have a few skincare items. These are by far not new, but they're new to me. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I hope you consider staying, consider subscribing and becoming a part of my community. We have lots of fun here, and I would just love to have you a part of it. For those of you who are not new, welcome back. Thank you for continuously giving me your time, and thank you to all my new subscribers. This is a small channel, and I just thank you for your constant time and support. Now let's get into skincare first and get those out the way. So going into my August favorites, I tried two face sunscreens that totally broke me out. And if you see earlier videos, you'll see where I said the mom, the cousin, and everybody showed up to the reunion. These were my lifesavers. So first I picked up the First Day Beauty BHA Acne Spot Treatment 2% salicylic acid. Now this has been a lifesaver for me. Is that focused? This, I felt another zit coming. I put it on and I was like, let's see. Samantha March, don't steer me wrong, girl. And it worked. And the next morning, all the swelling around what was going to become a zit was completely gone. And if you touched it, you could feel there was something in there. I did my morning routine. I dabbed it on, and by the time I went to do my evening routine, it was just gone. Like nothing ever even began. So it works. Samantha March made me buy it, and I do not regret it. Next, I heard salicylic acid was really good. So I was just desperate. I didn't know what to do. I went to the drugstore, to CVS, and I just walked around until I saw something that had salicylic acid. And this CeraVe salicylic acid cream is a moisturizer. It is thick, like it's very thick, like it doesn't even move. It's one of those tubs that you shake it really hard and then the product moves. But this is all you need. I am oily skin, so this is all you need for your entire face. But this is so good. It's so nice. Even though it's thick in the tub, it doesn't go on thick. Your skin absorbs it. And I found that it's one of the few creams or moisturizers that just doesn't make my skin produce that additional oil. Like it even, and I exfoliate before I do my makeup. I have a daily exfoliant. It's just amazing, and I have not had a breakout since. And the one time I got this before I got this, and the one time I did feel a pimple coming, I put this on. It wasn't a pimple, honey. It was a full-blown zit. Like it was one of those that it was swollen, like half my chin looked lopsided. It was serious. But this ish right here is serious. It works. If it might be nice if I showed the right side. It's a miracle worker. Give it a shot. If you need spot treatments, I highly recommend it. Now let's move on to what we're all here for, makeup. So I did get, and these are items that I'm reaching for every day. Well, not every day. Every day I do my makeup. Let's keep it real. So every time I sit down, I do reach for my Gucci bronzer. Okay. Sorry about that. I feel like the light was too bright. So this is the Gucci bronzer. It's not new. It's fairly new. I did get it in the shade 3. And I have been reaching for it. Now, if I look a little extra bronzy, if you follow me on Instagram on amerchbeauty, I did go on vacation. I did. Oh, girl, did it. Vacation. But it was mostly to spend some time with my firstborn. And it was amazing. It really was. He put me through the ringer on a jet ski out in these waters. He really did. But it didn't matter how much sunscreen I put. That Florida sun in the water, just, it hits different. And it was a mission toning down the bronze, but I am cool. I am refreshed. I am ready to keep being in quarantine. And I just loved every moment that I spent with him. And don't get me wrong, other family was there, and I enjoyed every moment with my mom, my sister, my niece, my aunt. But the time I spent with him was just amazing. But rant over. I'm just a happy mom at the moment, very happy and very sad that he's back in South Florida and I'm in Georgia, but that's neither here nor there. So moving on to blushes, the Patrick Ta. Now this is the shade, the She's So LA, and this just happens to be the shade that I'm reaching for more and more and more. And I do have the Gucci bronzer on today, but just lightly because, like I said, because of the tan, I really didn't need any. But this is the She's So LA, and I do have on the powder and the cream today. And I do go with the powder first as recommended, and then the cream. And then I do whatever's left on the brush. I don't get additional product. I do dab it over just because it's habit to set cream, but you really don't have to. And this lasts all day, and it's just a natural flush. It's just beautiful, and it looks a lot darker on the pan than how it goes on. And I know I feel like with this tan it throws everything off, but I'll do a quick swatch of both products. So here is the powder. So the powder is the darkest, and then this is the cream, but I have cream here. But when you put the cream on over that powder, it just blends seamlessly, and it doesn't lift up your foundation. I'm loving the shade. I may need to start using the peachy shade, which is the Do We Know Her, since I am so bronzed, because honestly this blush right now looks like bronzer. But I'm really loving that, and if you've been scared to try it, give it a shot. I mean, the She's So LA is this color. The Do We Know Her is more of the peachy tones. Here you go, and it does have the protector to cover the cream product, but this is the peachy color, and I'm regretting not getting the pink color, and she's next. She coming. Sephora gonna have a sale, and she gonna be in my hands. Well, in my cart, in cart. So next I am for highlighter. So I included this little e.l.f. duo. This is in the shade Guava. I knew that, I used it already. So I'm really liking this shade, and I'm really loving this highlighter. If you didn't watch my full face of e.l.f., I'll link it up here for you, but this is the Guava shade. That is the blush and the highlighter, but I find myself going for the highlighter in this. The blush is awesome, but I'm just really loving the Patrick Ta's right now, and I haven't been reaching for this. And I did take a little makeup bag on vacation and used none of it, just because there was so many people and not enough bathrooms or mirrors. So for lipstick, let me wipe this off. So for lipstick, I am loving the Propa Beauty in the shade Finesse. I did speak about this in a previous video, and this is the lip I have on today. This is just beautiful. It's the perfect nude. If you can see there. And I have it paired with another fave, which is the Pat McGrath lip liner in the shade Contour. And they just go beautifully together. I cannot complain. I am loving both of these. The lip liner goes on smooth. It lasts a long time, and the lipstick just hugs your lip with that shape. It just hugs your lip. It goes on perfectly and smooth and creamy. I've had it on now for about 2 hours, and you can't tell. You can't tell. It's not wearing off. I'm just really loving the formula of Propa Beauty. So I've also been pairing that contour shade with this lipstick from the Lip Bar. And I'm really enjoying this color. And this is in the Baby Bellini. Now, let me swatch them next to each other. I want to see. I think this is the month of this color. They are a little different. So the Lip Bar has more of a pink undertone. This is the Lip Bar in the Baby Bellini, and this is Finesse in Propa Beauty. And this has more of a brown undertone, and this is pink. But they're both stunning. They're both beautiful, and they both pair with contour. But I have been pairing the Lip Bar with the Pat McGrath Suburbia. Let me swatch that for you. And here you go. I've been using Suburbia with the Lip Bar lipstick, and they're stunning together. And I like to go I like to contour a little bit with my lip liner when I use those pinky shades. So I like to go a shade darker. With this particular tone of lipstick, I like to have a lip liner that's very close in color. As I've said in previous videos, I really haven't been into lip glosses, but this might be the one that changed my mind. And this is the Pat McGrath Labs Divine Rose Lip Gloss. This color, I've never liked lip glosses, and I've found myself multiple times this month just throwing this on with nothing else, just this, and I feel put together. Look at that. Even if it's just to go to the pickup line at school and pick up the kids, it makes me feel put together. So I'm really enjoying that. And that might just be the game changer for Aileen to dip into some lip glosses. So back to pencils. I am enjoying the Hourglass Brow Micro Sculpting Pencil in Dark Brunette. It's just so small, so perfect. It has a little angle. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not, but it looks like a teardrop. It's the perfect shape, and it does have a spoolie on the other end. So I'm really loving that. It just gives me the perfect natural looking brow. I have more hair on this brow than this one, so I tend to do more here, but I love that even though I do more here, once I go through it with the spoolie, it just perfects itself. And I've really been enjoying it and highly recommend it. If you don't need, if you don't want a fully dark brow, which I don't, I just want a natural looking brow. So next, for eye pencils, the One Size Gel pencils. This is the brown shade, which is the Busty Brown. And I did speak about this in a haul video. I've been really loving this. So I do have it on today on my upper waterline up against my lashes, just to make my lashes look fuller, because I don't wear false lashes often. But I promised you guys a video wearing them, and I bought them, and I'm gonna do it. Just stay tuned. So next is the e.l.f. Prime and Stay Finishing Powder. and this is in the shade light medium. I am really liking this to just, so I've been using it if I have any fallout after I do my eyeshadow look, because I do my complexion before I do my eyes, and it just swipe and highlights at the same time. It's amazing. And I also use it very lightly. So I'll put some on a brush. I'll like just rub it on my arm, on my hand to get any excess off, and just buff just the cheek area, the bronzer where I put any highlight, just to soften the harsh edges. It just gives a more flawless finished look. Now, as you guys know, it's no surprise, I am oily, and the only finishing and setting powder that's been working for me, and I just reach for all the time, is the Nakia Joy Cosmetics Velvet Finishing Powder. And I think it only comes in one shade, and this is translucent. And sorry, the sponge is dirty. I just used it, but it literally, this smells amazing. It looks amazing. It does have talc. So if you don't want talc in your products, this is not the product for you unless she changed it. It does have a 12-month shelf life. I need to order another one. I ordered it in the beginning of quarantine and it took a long time. It is coming from Australia, but I don't think she's having those shipping issues anymore. It was a worldwide issue. It wasn't a Nakia Joy Cosmetics issue. And this sponge is amazing. Remember I said it reminded me a lot of that e.l.f. sponge, but this is harder. This is a lot softer and fluffier. This is very textured, where this just feels like the e.l.f. Cameo Concealer Sponge. So it does have a flat side, a rounded side, just like your typical sponge, and then a flat bottom. I don't know if you can see the flat bottom. So typically I'll do my foundation with the round side, flip it over, do my concealer, and then I've been using the flat bottom for my blush, for the cream side of that Patrick Ta blush. It's amazing. I can't complain. I'm gonna order more of these, and I'm gonna order more of the Nakia Joy Cosmetic Setting Powder, because if I run out of that, what is a girl gonna do? And just to know that, because if you don't follow Nakia Joy, just look into her. I'll link her down below. She's very oily as well. And a oily girl that came out with a powder for oily girls, it just works. It works. So next in line is 2 eyeshadow palettes. That's all I have left. So the first one is the Pat McGrath, the Rose Decadence palette. And here you are. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but oops, sorry for blinding you. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but here are the shades. These are just my go-to shades. They're my everyday go-to shades, and I feel just the most confident with these shades, where I could put a look together in minutes and throw on this lip gloss and bye. I'm just saying. So I'm really loving that for every day. So I saved the best for last. Now, the Tiny Marvels palette, which is what I have on my eyes today. Now, this is the Mel Thompson and Sydney Grace collab. And the reason I call it my fave is, although this is my go-to look, nothing has ever made me step outside the box like this palette has. I would have never, and anybody that knows me knows, just comment down below. You've never seen me with a gold inner corner highlight, with a green eyeshadow look. And when I saw this online, I just knew that this palette was different, but I knew it wasn't colors I would be scared to play with, just because they're more muted. Although they stand out, like this mantis color, like y'all, this mantis is just beautiful. And even though, yes, it's green, but it's not like, whoa, green. Like, you feel comfortable even if you think you're not. Like this Jewel Bee, this purple shade, look at that. Look at that. And then I wasn't one for shimmer on the eyes much. I was always a matte eye look type of girl, but this dual chrome, like, do you see that? How it's like a bluish greenish and it shifts. Like, how can this not inspire you? I don't understand how I cannot. And then for the inner corner highlight that I have on today, this BB shade, just like a bam, gold. And it's beautiful. And I've never had a palette that's not pinks and mauves and my standard go-to colors inspire me the way this palette has. And if you missed out, I really hope you're able to get your hands on it. But it's just amazing, and I feel inspired by it every time I open my drawer. I find myself reaching for it every time I'm gonna film. If I'm really enjoying it. And that is all for my August favorites. Let me know what you've been reaching for in August. What are your favorites in August? I know we're all in quarantine, but what are you reaching for if you find yourself at your vanity or doing your makeup or your skincare? Have you tried anything new? Let me know. Let me know if there's any products you're looking forward to getting and trying in September. I know there's a lot of new releases. And until next time, have a good one. And don't forget, comment, like, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Bye.